YouTube fam, it's your girl, Red Bull. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a great morning. I had to start this early because I am so excited. Like, I've never been this excited about something in a long time. Um, when I woke up, I got a notification like Uni Rock was live, and he was explaining that Dre came out with a live, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go watch this. So I went and watched it, and I wasn't there when before all this happened. Like I think I found out mm, maybe like a week. I don't know, but after what happened with Vaughn, I looked at her Facebook page and I went through everything and I felt horrible. I know how the media is. I know how social media is. They are fucking evil, cool people that are, angry with themselves. So they like to go into other people's lives and dig and dig and dig. Um, what people have done to Dre, and we are going to play the video, you guys. So I don't even know if I'll get a strike, but at this point, I don't even care. I will take it. We're going to play the video. And I remember I had reached out to Dre when this first happened, and I was like, "I'll show you the message." I was like, "I pray that you'll come back. Like, don't let all these people get to you." Da da da. It was just a long thing, and she responded with a prayer uh, comment on Messenger, and I was like, "I know she's gonna come back." Can you guys imagine going through what she and her family are going through and having people just attack and just spread this misinformation everywhere? It's disgusting. And then you're taking money, not even using it for what you say you're going to use it for. And you're using Vaughn's name to do it. These people are disgusting. And she goes over how she feels about it. I hope she sues Molly Golightly, Justice for All, Blowhorn, whatever, Betty, Letitia, all of them. All of them. They're all fucking. Oh, I don't. I could go on and on and on and on. Let me share my screen. I am going to play what she. Hold on. Shit. I did put it on a faster thing because it is long. I probably won't play the whole thing. It's 2 hours. But if you want, you can go to her Facebook, go to Slay with Dre. Here it is. And then watch the rest of it. But I am going to play a good bit of it. So here we go. And then I'll talk about, my opinion.
I hope you guys can hear me okay. I wasn't even planning on
Can you
I
guys
wasn't even
hear?
planning on going live today. But things have changed and things are really serious now. I just want to make it clear though. My heart is beating so fast.
And I want to say she is so brave for doing this. Everything that she has been put through, that Vaughn, that her kids, everything that she has been through, she came out and she is explaining. She doesn't have to explain shit to anybody, but she is. Oh my God.
You know, when I wanted to come back to social media, I was never going to give any updates on Vaughn. Because why? After what people did to me and my family, nobody deserves him and how special he is after what was done to me and my family. So I wasn't going to come live and talk about my husband ever again. And my friends can tell you. And they supported it. They said they don't deserve your family. And my heart's beating so fast. Oh God. But now I am going to give an update on him because things have changed and not in a good way. And please understand how hard this is for me because of what was done. Oh, my heart. I lost you guys. Get off the Wi-Fi. Thank you guys so much. And for your hearts. Is it still okay? On the Wi-Fi, let me know if this is fuzzy or weird. There's a lot of wind here in Tucson, Arizona. That's where I currently am at. And I don't know if it's going to affect the reception. So I apologize if it does. I don't want that to happen because then, I just don't want to repeat what I have to say. Last year, May 23rd, my life changed forever. And as loud as everybody wanted to be about spreading lies about me, y'all need to be just as loud, and if not even louder, about putting the truth out there. So go ahead
And I definitely agree with that. I mean, all these lies that these people spread like a fucking wildfire. It's disgusting how many times they called CPS. CPS closed the case. Police, she was never charged with anything. This family has been through hell because of these fucking tragedy pimps that are disgusting themselves. And I bet they're going to take this and spin it. And oh God, this isn't going to teach them anything. But I'm so glad that she came out.
do your shares. Let other people know. Because there's still people to this day talking about me that don't know nothing. There's still family members of my husband that are still exploiting him to this day. And as much as people wanted to watch those videos where people are tearing up my family and putting that stuff out there, make sure that this is out there, that this is the truth. Y'all really want to know about my husband, about my family? Well, let me give it to you. First of all, this was something that should have never even been spoken about unless it came from my husband's mouth. So let's make that clear real quick. Nobody should have ever went and digged up what is my husband's business, not even mine. And for the last 5 years, more than 5 years, I've been on social media and shared part of my life, a huge part of my life, a lot of my special relationship with my husband, my children. I let so many people in my home with makeup videos. Dude, I was a military wife, like I was a military daughter. My dad served in the Navy for 26 years. And then I married military. So I'm around that broke life. And not that, and speaking about me and my husband when we were married, not necessarily my dad, but people know this is why there's so many military discounts, because they don't make a lot of money. Okay. So because I would see people on my videos doing their makeup and all that, I thought, dude, that's so cool. That's crazy. But I can never go to Sephora. Like, we don't make that type of money. We very low income. So I can't. I'm a Walmart girl all the way. So
I just want you guys to remind yourselves too while this is playing. She is literally putting everything out there. The truth can only come from the people that are there. You can't take what this mother, quote mother, Letitia has said and run with it. She didn't raise Vaughn. They didn't have a relationship. And there were plenty of times where Dre actually told her to come visit. I'll go through all that later. I just want you guys to please just know that people spin stuff all the time. And I'm pretty sure like 85% of us have been through some kind of bullying online or twisting of words. So just when you're please try to be respectful. She didn't have to come out and do this, you know.
I thought, well, shoot, let me go live and start doing that. And then it evolved from makeup to cooking to sharing so many different things, you know? On May 23rd, 2022,
Hey,
my
Hildy.
husband attempted, and it was, there's no words. I need to take my time because I am getting help. And lately, my heart has been doing a number. And the pain, I feel a physical pain. And it's such a sharp pain right now. So it's like, I really need to take my time. So thank you for your patience and letting me.
And just also take in who did this to her. You know what I'm saying? The people that follow these disgusting tragedy pimps, you guys are just as bad. Instead of giving them views and giving them like letting them make money off of exploiting people, you can go on these other channels and watch. It's disgusting. These are the people that are doing this to her family. And if you sit there and believe Letitia that didn't raise her son over Dre, who was married to him and was there, and you can see her heartbreak, you can see everything. Just remember who you're supporting. Like, who are they really? These people are very dangerous.
Say what I have to say. It should have never been this way. My husband, I found him, and it was shocking. I was studying the Bible with my daughter. It was on a Monday, and we would study 7 o'clock in the mornings. That was our study. And Vaughn comes out of his room, and he was not well. But Vaughn hadn't been well for some time, and that's something that I didn't share and go into detail and continue to talk about publicly. My husband struggled with seizures for 2 years less than 2 years prior to the attempt and his subsequent brain injury. And before he would have seizures, he would go through a major personality change. My husband's the most
Oh my
loving,
God, hold on, hold on.
selfless.
Hold on. I just have to stop this real quick. I got worried when the silicone sex doll was found in Pennsylvania and mistaken for human remains. I thought someone done took MGL out. Holy shit, Arctic. I can't. I can't. I can't with you right now. It's too early. I have one Red Bull left. And clown justice. Yes, it's all these people that are supporting these fucking freaks. They can go, and if they just want to watch for the drama, go on these clip channels and people can see the real them. Um, it's stop supporting these fucking tragedy pimps.
Caring. Hold on, let me take some kava because I'm my husband is the most kind, gentle person I've ever met. And I know that it's so cliche, but see, I've never seen a man apologize. I've never seen a man treat a woman the way he taught me, not even in movies, or treated me, not taught me, I'm sorry. But before a seizure, he was not himself. very narcissistic, egotistical. He was scary. He terrified me because it was so not him. And that's what made me feel even more so like, am I in a twilight zone? Because it was so confusing why he would be the way he was. And after this time of I'm sorry, I seen a comment and I shouldn't have. I put the settings on to where there wouldn't be comments because I know that people wouldn't give me the safe.
Okay, Arctic, good morning.
Morning.
Can you repeat what you just said?
I said I got worried because they found that silicone sex doll. They mistook it for human remains out there in Pennsylvania. I thought for sure someone damn took Molly Golightly out.
Oh my God. I can't this morning. Could you imagine? I don't even understand. Oh, where do you find these fucking stories at? Oh, that is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. This is like a different thing, but I've always supported Dre, and I hated how these fucking losers did her.
Well, I mean, Andre is by far not the only one that these tragedy pimps have done wrong. They've taken story after story, twisted it and turned it, and ruined a lot of cases. I mean,
Yeah,
to this day, Cash Gernon's grandmother has it out bad for Molly Golightly, and I don't blame her.
wait,
Molly.
what did she do?
Oh, she accused the family and stuff in Cash Gernon's case. I mean,
See, that's what people do, and it's so they don't know, they can't just assume off first, first day if something happens. Oh yeah, this. Then you go and try to pick everything. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's marriage is perfect.
well,
Um,
and look at how they went after Brandy and Tyler in the Michael Vaughn case. I mean,
exactly.
it's absurd. You
It's
know,
disgusting, and I really hope she sues. Like she says a lot in this video, and I think she has that right to sue.
I hope she does too. I hope more families start going after these tragedy pimps. I really do, because they never apologize. They never admit when they're wrong. They just
They don't.
they're stuck in their own beliefs and stuff. I mean, and yeah, I have kind of gone after some parents, but not without sufficient evidence to do it on my channel. I mean, like when you have a case like Madalena
Oh yeah,
Kojikari, who her parents didn't even report her missing for 3 fucking weeks. I mean, come on now.
yeah. That's a case where we can all say, you know, they're guilty. If somebody that is, if my child disappeared even for 5 minutes, I would be calling the police right away. Like I would be freaking the fuck out. They waited 3 weeks. Yeah, no. And a lot of us
Uh,
are guilty of, judging before we even know anything. But I've learned a lot through Kyron's case that we can't do that.
well, and the thing of it is, like in Kyron's case, I had been a Terry hater like a lot of people, and I've come out and said, hey, I was wrong. She may not be involved at all in this.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. I mean, if you're going to make mistakes, because creators are going to make mistakes, we can't always get everything right. But be man enough, be woman enough to step forward and say, hey, I was wrong.
exactly. And in this case, they're gonna take this and they're gonna spread it around and make something instead of apologizing or saying, "Yeah, I was wrong." They're just gonna blow this up. I really hope it doesn't happen, but you know, it's them.
And the thing of it is when you are speculating, you need to put it out there that that's what it is. It's speculation. Because a lot of these people put their speculation out there as if it's the gospel Bible and it's fact. And It's not. I mean,
You're right. You're right. I just seen this morning. I woke up and I had a notification. Usually, my notifications don't even pop up, but Uni Rock was live, and he was like, "Dre came out. She was live," so I had to go straight on Facebook and look at it. But it's very heartbreaking. Like, just watch the rest, and you'll be like, "I'm not gonna play it all. It's long, you guys." But if you go on Facebook, you could go to her page, Slay with Dre Mccray, and you can watch the whole thing. I'm just gonna play some more.
Eighth place, but that's the whole reason why I'm live, because I need to tell you about what's been happening these last 8 months, but especially what's happening right now, because this is not a good update. And so, no matter what you feel about me, please respect that y'all ran me off. Y'all ran with delusions of grandeur. People that never watched me probably a day in their life, didn't know me from Adam, but people on social media love to talk. And I'm not with the drama. And I'm not the type of person to say, I don't like drama. I can't stand drama. I don't like drama. No. I say it and I show it by action. So as soon as I seen social media acting a fool, I was out. There ain't going to be no back and forth, sister. There is no, we're going at each other. There's going to be no drama. You are going to be whoever. And then it's not a single person. Many influencers and content creators have tried to tarnish my name and all these lies. And I was gone. This is my income. This is what I've been doing for 5 years. So allow me a safe place to come back, and don't judge other people for feeling how they feel, but respect them. If you feel some type of way about me, then this is not going to be a place for you to be. Now, I can't make you leave, but I don't accept that energy at all. And I don't know why you would want to do that to someone who is going through something so hard in their life. No matter what you feel about me, my husband still has a brain injury. My husband still needs care. I still need to provide for my husband, for my children. I've been the breadwinner for 5 years, not my husband. I have,
And that's another
with
thing.
his help.
They took money from, exploiting Lon. Did they care about him so much? They care about his children so much. They haven't helped one bit. So all that money that was supposed to go to a lawyer, they decided to buy cars and do all this other stuff with. They didn't help her family at all. Ugh.
yeah, it's ridiculous, and that's why they've earned the reputation of being tragedy pimps. Because I don't see them putting out reward funds for missing kids. I don't see them helping these families monetarily at all. Whereas there's channels out there that aren't even monetized that put out reward funds and shit. So
Yeah. Ugh.
We've been able to run a very successful business, very successful business. The social media aspect, gosh, he's helped me so much. But the responsibility, the main responsibility has always lied on me. And I've been gone for 7 months without getting an income. And there's a lot of things that have been put out about me that are straight up lies, and things that are lies that want to make you feel some type of way, literally to have hate in your heart to give to me, which makes no sense. When my husband did what he did, he had been in that trigger for 3 weeks already. He was not himself for a while, and I was concerned. And things were not well. And it's hard because with being by his side all this time, you realize that if he's in a triggered state, he's either going to get better or he's going to have a seizure. So you're just waiting for time to pass by. After 3 months or 3 weeks, then he took drastic measures. So I stayed off of social media. For the first week, I was completely off. Then I needed support from Slay Mafia, my subscribers, people that subscribe to this Facebook page. We have such a good bond, and I needed that help for me because I was going through a lot. Then after 2 weeks, my husband was given a feeding formula that interacted with his body in a very bad way. My husband was at the VA hospital, and from day 3, it was pull the plug type energy,
And you have to
and it
understand,
lasted throughout.
if somebody's eating a certain diet in a certain way for a certain amount of time, and then it changes, right? It's gonna affect them badly. It's not gonna sit well with them because they've been on this diet for a while. So, I mean, her changing the way that she wanted him to eat in the hospital in the feeding thing, I don't think that was weird. They've been on the diet the whole time, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And during a certain time,
diets can definitely affect you
I mean,
in
change.
bad ways. I mean, it's just the same as if someone's taking a certain medication for a long time and then all of a sudden they stop taking it cold turkey. You know, if you're going to change your diet, it's something that needs to be done slowly, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, I mean, changing because they were a vegetarian, or yeah, and then if they're going back to whatever this is in the hospital, I just don't see it working well on the stomach.
he was given feeding formula that I could clearly see his body is interacting in a very bad way. We've been vegans for a while. We've been
Oh, vegan,
alkaline vegan
vegan.
for like a year, but well, more than that now. But at that time, like 3 years, he hadn't had any meat, and all they have is animal products. Like when I say my husband had a negative reaction, I'm talking about before he could be off of the ventilator for 8 hours. And then when he had the increase in the feeding formula, he couldn't last 5 minutes. He couldn't, his heart rate, he couldn't function. What the doctor said is that he's going to be on a ventilator for the rest of his life, never going to be able to recover. This is his state from here on out. That's what I was told. Day 3. Day 1 and 2 was really bad, detrimental. It was awful. But I said so many prayers asking for God to intervene and save my husband's life. And I thought he was gone when he was on the gurney coming from the backyard. I was so shocked. I was, because I thought, I mean, I performed CPR. I don't even know how long, but his body. When I seen that his heart was pumping, that was all that I needed to know and believe that he's going to get better and that in time he will recover. And so then leaving the VA hospital with all those issues, I feel like there's so many things that I'm going to be talking about the next few days. So I'm giving you update kind of like a need to know kind of basis right now, but there's a whole lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm going to fill in a whole lot of gaps and clear a whole lot of things up. But right now I'm just going to talk about what's important to this story right now. So Vaughn leaves the hospital, and in 4 days they take him off the ventilator and never put him back on. And it was amazing. And I was posting that on social media, and I'm like, oh my God, like, bro, he's off the ventilator. I remember the post, he was off the ventilator for 31 hours. Oh my gosh. Like it was amazing. And then in time, my husband did exactly what I said he would do, is heal. And throughout it, I've been by his side every single day. When people were trying to clip videos of mine and put together a false narrative, and the internet was going crazy, when Marvon's, my husband's biological mother, really contributed to the harassment I received, it was severe. Whenever she posted the police report of what happened,
Disgusting.
she did it without redacting my address and my phone number. And immediately, immediately back to back to back, harassment,
She doxed her.
DEATH threats. people telling me I should have been the one that did it to myself. And people, there was a Facebook group, I think it grew like 80,000 people in like 4 days. These groups, these people that were trying to make people hate me, literally, like they were posting videos from like 3 years ago to get people to have a negative, hateful feeling towards me. When all that was happening and when these groups were growing and then all of these creators are getting on, I felt very scared, very scared. The main Facebook page that started all of this, they made a post saying that they're flying here to Tucson to come protest out of my parents' house because I was not allowing Vaughn's mother at that time to see him. And I had to get, whenever they made that post, I'm really glad that they gave a heads up, because I was on a Zoom meeting with my friends and they were like, Dre, I'm very sorry to tell you this, but I think you should get in your RV and leave right now. People are on their way to your mom's house. And immediately my mom pulls up her RV right next.
And while Vaughn is in the hospital and she's there every day with him by his side, her kids are with her mom being taken care of. She shouldn't have to worry about what people are going to do to her or her family. These tragedy pimps just were just telling people, encouraging people to do this. It's disgusting. So she lost time with Vaughn because she had to worry about these people going to her freaking mom's house.
To
Ugh.
mine, and I have to tell my children who are already
And
dealing with the
and that happens in Kyron's case. You know, they're giving Terry's mom's address out and telling people to go to their house, and it's so disgusting.
fact that their dad is in the hospital. This is not our city. Tucson is not where we're from. We're in an RV. Like, everything is so new. Our life has completely turned upside down. And now we're having to run for our safety because people want to come and stalk me because they feel like I had something to do with this. So I left and I went to an RV park. And sometime around that time, that's when I went 3 days without visiting my husband because I was worried for my safety. At that time, I was working with a private investigator, and she checked up on me, and she was asking how I was doing, and I told her I'm not good. I've never left his side, ever, not once. I've been by my husband's side every single day. But I worry because people, Marvan's mother, posted the location of his hospital, asking who's in Tucson. You know, like, why would you do that to your son? That's his location. Why would you do that? And then there's people that, this one guy in particular who had a Facebook page that said he worked with Vaughn. He had this big old rifle in his Facebook page and saying that, you know, acting like he's going to go to bat for Vaughn. Vaughn still has his phone. I logged into Vaughn's Facebook. They ain't even Facebook friends. He literally just tried to friend request him, like, recently, because he was on the top of my husband's friend request list. Like, that is how much people try to get involved for clout. That's how desperate people were to act like they really cared about Vaughn when they absolutely showed no love to
Freaking
him.
disgusting.
If anybody ever cared about Vaughn, you would know how much he loves and adores and how much his family is his whole entire world. And me, our relationship, it's hard to describe. I feel like it's so obvious when you see videos of me and Vaughn. Look at the way he looks at me. Look at why wouldn't you do everything that you can to save your husband's life with a man as special as him? And yet I'm judged for wanting them to continue to help him to keep fighting.
And that's the thing. If she wanted him, this is what I said from the beginning too, because you know, tragedy pimps. They're all saying, "Oh, she wanted him dead. She did it to him." If she wanted him dead, she would have pulled the fucking plug. You fucking morons. I hope she sues the hell out of them. She may not want the negativity, but she's been abused. D, I definitely agree. I truly think she will. She's really not with the negativity. As you can see, she's always like, keep the negative stuff out, please. Like, and that's why she also holds stuff in. Like right now, you can tell she wants to cry, and she holds it all in, and she's just like, she wants positivity. She believes in that all around, you know. I really, really hope she fucking sues. If she does go into something like that, I'll play a little more. I'm gonna kind of skip around now, but I definitely agree with you.
I'm looked at bad. Like I should have just let him go since this is what he wanted. Are you kidding me? How can you even form your thoughts to think that, but even more so express that type of views for someone else's life? Something that's so precious. Life is a gift. It's such a miracle.
I don't even want to
So to
skip
say that
around.
about someone,
Everybody,
just crazy. But for 3 days, I didn't go to see Vaughn because I was worried of my safety. And then she told me, you got to go there. Even if you pull up in your vehicle and you ask them to have security escort you from your vehicle inside, then do that. So what I would do is I would park a mile away from the hospital, and then I would take a taxi to go visit my husband every day. Those 3 days that I didn't see him, he declined so much. See, Vaughn at that time, he had already been opening his eyes. And it was a little bit. Vaughn's eyes, one eyeball would be like looking straight, and the other eye would be like his eyes were around and they were barely open. One was open, barely. And then after some time, they both opened. But it took 2 months for his eyes to fully open. Vaughn's eyes are fully open, like all the way. The way he looks at me, still with hearts in his eyes. But I'll get there in a minute. Vaughn's eyes shut all the way. After those 3 days, his eyes weren't open no more. His heart rate was normally in the 70s, low 80s. He was over 120, tachycardic. In the 130s, I think the first day that I got back, he was 130, and he had declined a lot. And as soon as I seen him, I knew that as scary as I felt for my safety, I am so much more scared of losing the man that I love with all my heart. So from that time on, for weeks, I would park a mile away and take a taxi to the hospital to go see my husband. And in time, within a few days, his heart rate started to decline and his eyes started to open again. And after that, I vowed I'm never, ever leaving his side again. And the only other time that I have left his side was because I had to make sure that my girls were protected. And I had to go to court out of town. And I didn't make it back in time. I made it very late, like the next day, early in the morning, and I didn't see him. And you know what happened? The very next day, as the caregiver that took care of him, he told me that he didn't sleep all night. That whole night, didn't sleep. Every 2 hours, he checks on him because Vaughn needs to be turned.
So Arctic, I know you're not a doctor, but oh, where did Arctic go? Hey Juju, we're out with the Chihuahua. Here it is cold and snow. Oh, I want that snow. Where did Arctic go? I need to ask him. Oh, no, Arctic, come back. Maybe he'll come back after. Juju, I just found out about it from Unirock, and I was so excited. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I want to discuss a few things, and I want to show the message that I sent to her during the beginning of all this. And she actually gave a heart reaction, and I was so surprised because like it was a positive message, and I was like, okay, I know she's gonna be back. I feel so bad for what these fucking tragedy pimps have done. Um, so bad.
The whole night, nope. He goes, passes by the room all the time. Nope, Vaughn never slept, not even a 20-minute nap. And it took days after that for him to be calm again. That's the type of bond that me and my husband have. My husband is doing things that the doctor said he never would, which is why I'm so mad now. because he's back in the hospital. And it's not because his health is declining. It's because he was abused. There was foul play and negligence involved. And it seems like my voice is not loud enough. And I know what y'all did to me, crucify me over things that weren't even true. So I hope that this creates a ripple so that my husband can continue to fight. Because right now, he's fighting for his life in the hospital. When my husband first did this, and I'm going through this adjustment period, I felt good. I felt strong because I knew, and I prayed to God that he would make me, don't give me false hope, save my husband's life. But if that is not what his body is showing, if that's not the direction he's going, don't let me have false hope. And there would always be signs after signs that would show me he's going to pull through and make it. After, you already seen the videos that I would do, I would put my hands on my husband's face and he would turn it. Still does that. And then crying. He would cry a lot. Whenever he would show pain, he started to cry. He bats his eyelashes at me. He still does. He did it before I left the hospital. He batted his eyelashes at me. But he's not good in there for good reasons. My husband, after he left the care facility, I'm just going to say it because it was already put out there. He was at, well, I don't want to say it. After my husband left the VA hospital, he went to a long-term care facility. And after that, the VA was only going to pay for 30 days of him being there. But they could ask for an extension for 60 days. So after that, though, they're not paying for his care. And that's not a place that he really stays long term. They said he's already improved so much that he wouldn't even qualify for him to be there anymore. And before I even get there, when my husband left the VA hospital, they didn't even want him anymore. I didn't ask them to move my husband from the VA hospital. I never did. They told me from the get-go, like, he's going to have to go somewhere. If you want him to continue to live, then he has to go somewhere. He can't stay here in the ICU forever. These are things that they told me. So I was very well aware. The VA hospital is for emergency measures. After here, he's going somewhere else. And I was so glad whenever he left. And I'm going to talk about that visit that Vaughn had at the VA hospital with family members. I'll get to that another video.
And I'm pretty sure that since, people called the police and she's never been charged with anything, like, I'm sure that this is something that even the private investigator and everybody, like, confirmed. I mean, why would this lady just lie about this? It doesn't make any sense. These people are fucking terrorists. They're disgusting. The tragedy pimps, y'all need to fucking go. This is just one family that you guys have fucking torn to pieces, that you have not let heal. Just, if every family came out and spoke about what these fucking tragedy pimps have done to them, maybe, just maybe, people would open their eyes and see, or YouTube would take them off the fucking internet because they're clowns. They're fucking clowns.
The video, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, God.
But whenever he left, he went to a new facility, and he never left that facility. Whenever Vaughn moved, it was because the staff at the VA.
And how fucking dare Molly Golightly? I do not care. Come for me, whatever. Fuck you, you dumb bitch, who is on Xanax 24 hours a fucking day. You probably have to wake up in the middle of the night to take one. Probably pop about 10 at a damn time. You're a fucking alcoholic on top of that. How dare you attack this woman for taking a natural herb, for taking kratom, and then saying that she gave it to her kids? Who are you to fucking judge? Kratom's not illegal. It is in some states. I have taken it before, not in amounts. I know that if you take it, if you've been taking it for a while, you have to take large amounts. And we don't even know if that's what really Dre was taking when she would take those large amounts. I mean, I don't know, but I would take it and it would help anxiety, like maybe once, twice a month. Um, it's expensive, so I don't even get it. And I got a prescription for my anxiety. So there's nothing wrong with Xanax, but the way that Molly Golightly abuses hers, it's disgusting and it shows. And so who the fuck are you to judge anybody? You need to fucking go to a damn rehab and worry about your fucking self. Fucking bitch.
Had sent him there. When my husband went to the step down hospital, whenever he moved
Yes,
rooms.
Hildy.
He didn't
It's
move
disgusting.
buildings.
It's
From the
disgusting.
moment I got there, I let them know, hi, my name is Andrea Mccray. This is my husband.
They
I'm a
jump
social
on
media influencer.
any
This is my platform.
they jump on any big story and then they don't even look into it. They just let family come on and um I feel like they feed off of each other. They'll feed off the family member that comes out and speaks all lies, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, what about this?" Like they feed off of each other, and it's so gross.
Platform. This is what happened to my husband. This is what people believe. I need your help in keeping him safe. And the CEO didn't play no games. She was like, we're going to move him to a different room. At first, he was in the room right next to the door. She didn't play that. Like, no, anybody can come here. There were people talking about they're going to put on scrubs and walk in the hospital. The whole hospital had to shut down. That hospital had to shut down. Do you understand that?
Instead of
That's
worrying
how
about
big the negative
patients,
attention of what happened and the
fucking
lies
tragedy
created, that's
pants.
what it caused. It
Oh my
caused a
god. Oh
direct
my god.
negative effect on not just my husband's care, but the other people in the
See,
facility.
Justin, okay, I didn't know he took kratom. And they're sitting here saying that this woman is a bad person for taking kratom. And I took it for anxiety. I would only have to take, they said you could take up to like 5 grams a day, I think. And I would take like a gram or 2 grams. Um, they even had like tea bag ones, but it really did help. Like, so who is he to judge this woman when I see, I didn't know that. I did not know that. And there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't. If someone wants to twist my words or whatever, fuck you guys. I am telling you how. It's like when you are real and you're out here just saying, telling people how it is, and they like to twist stuff and make it look like But if I really gave a fuck, I wouldn't have just said that. So
people were nervous going to work. It was sad. The other people in the hospital, their care was affected because of what was happening online. People were nervous, the people that worked there, because they seen what was happening online. And that's how people show their love. That's justice for Vaughn. That's justice for Vaughn. Telling other people his location, that's justice for him.
no, that's
Telling everybody
fucking
what's the most
exploiting,
vulnerable thing that he could have
making
been
the case
struggling with.
bigger than what it really needed to
I
be.
know with my history, I've been married 8 years. I know I know my husband. My husband knows me. This platform that I've had on social media, I know what he wouldn't want me to share and what he would. There were things that were shared that he would have never wanted out. And we're going to go over that throughout the next few days.
Sophia,
So stay tuned for that.
hold on, you guys. I gotta
But my husband
give her some
knows that
cereal real quick.
I need to take care of my children. I'm in a whole new city. When this happened, I dropped my stuff and left. As soon as this happened and I was done talking to the police, I went in, got my stuff, and went to the hospital. I called my mom and I said, Mom, or I texted her, I believe. I said, I need you to get here right now. Right now.
You're not hungry right now?
She asked me why, and I told her.
Okay, well,
So
tell
I
me
go
when
to the
you're
hospital.
hungry.
She's on
I'm
her
gonna
way.
be finished with this in a
gets
minute.
here. My mom's amazing. She really is.
I said I'll be
I
finished
don't
with this
know
in a
anyone else
minute.
like her. I wouldn't have been able to get through these last few months without my mom. And she has my full support. And my mom wants a chance to speak to y'all also. So within the next few days, you guys, she wants to do a pre-recorded video. She don't want to go live. But she wants to talk about what hell this has
Sorry,
been
guys.
for her too.
Oh,
Which is sad because
those
my
are
dad,
those are my kids.
like, dude, he's
Those are my kids that I don't have. See, I've been through this, and I still do go through this. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you have to really not give a fuck what people say, right? Um, because you know it's not the truth. And I'm so glad that I've learned that, because I used to just blow up. Like, I back then I could have never did what Dre did and get off of social media. I mean, that's the smart and responsible thing to do. And I could never do that. I would blow the fuck up, because it's like, why? Why are people this bored? Like, my channel is not even at 800 yet. It's grown really fast, but um, for people to come after me, like, and then bringing children into it, and then just, it's horrible. It's horrible. So me going through this, I feel for Dre, because it's so easy to lie and make someone look like the person that they're not. You know what I'm saying? I have my mom, my brother has a YouTube channel and he has 20K subs. He's really big. Really, he's a dad. I have twin nephews. He's married. And people make clip channels on him. Like, and it happens to, I mean, it happens to the best of us, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why the fuck they do it, but it's not okay. It destroys people's lives. Some people can't handle it and they will end up taking their own lives. It needs to fucking stop.
He's from Michoacan, Uruapan. Like, he's from deep South Mexico. He came here, had a green card. He enlists in the Navy and serves his country for 26 years. After 26 years, then he gets out and he works at the VA. And now he has another government position. And it was so sad that with the negativity that was spread, people wanted to come and drive by my parents' house because they knew that's where I was staying. People wanted to come protest outside my parents' house. The neighbor is an elderly woman whose son used to work for the police department, who takes very good care of her. She can't handle that. There's elderly people on this street. Do you know how bad it made me and my family feel, thinking that these poor people got to go through this?
Yep.
I felt horrible thinking, like, Dad, damn, I'm sorry you served your country, and I'm sorry you're still serving your country.
And just like Terry Horman, I'm going to say this and I'm going to keep repeating it, because a certain group just doxed Terry Horman's family, took a picture of their house because they were standing outside of her parents' house, right? Put their address up and are encouraging people to go to their house. But Terry doesn't even live there. She hasn't in a very long time. It's disgusting. Do you not know that somebody gets out of prison and just doesn't give a fuck if they go back, right? They could just be like, I'm going to do something to put myself back in prison. And oh, this girl is over here doing this. This Terry's a child murderer. Let me just go kill everybody she's involved with. Or they could have the wrong person. They could hurt somebody in the process. It's just so fucking dangerous.
This is not what he deserves. People here. So when that Facebook page made a post saying that they're coming to come stalk me, I left. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't want to bring that to my parents. They don't deserve that. My mother is a volunteer and helps people learn more about the Bible. She volunteers her time with studying the Bible with other people. And she opens a case because of all the calls that they were giving. People were calling the Yuma Police Department, and they opened a case. And they conducted a thorough investigation. And they cleared my name. They seen that obviously they know things that the internet doesn't.
Exactly.
Because the internet created this false narrative that not even the internet. It was very few amount of people.
Yep.
Very little. It's a small little
Molly Go Lightly,
few group of women, and they're not even. Most of them weren't even connected with each other.
Justin,
It's just crazy
Blowhorn
how
Betty,
all this got spread from a
Letitia.
few people.
You guys
That's
are
it.
fucking
And
evil.
it blew up and took the internet by storm. And all these people doing YouTube videos on me, not once did anybody ask me, hey, this is what I plan to do a video about you. This is what's going on. this is what I plan to bring out. Is there something you would like to say? There was one person who did email me and say something like that. She already put out a video. So by that time,
And this is after, right? So I'm just talking about how I am so happy that she is back. But I actually messaged her in the very beginning and she gave me a heart reaction. And it wasn't anything about YouTube. It was just positive. Like, I'm sorry. Everything's going to be okay. I hope you return. And I just feel like I need people to understand these tragedy pimps are not good. And I hope and pray to God one day that you guys understand. You guys, the people that support them are just as fucking evil.
well, no, we're done. I would have talked to someone. I would have. If someone would have approached me and asked me for my side or my truth or what's really going on, then I would have shared that. But people didn't. The only person that asked me for permission to speak about me and my family was the Facebook or YouTube, the missing puzzle pieces. I was sent a personal message and they sent me 3 different videos that was put together. And I was blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Yes, you have permission to use my paid content to create these videos. It's the only person that ever asked me permission to use my videos that you pay for a subscription to get. Now I'm going to talk about the abuse that took place.
And she wants this to blow up.
It blows my mind how
She
people
wants
only associate
as many
pain and hurt
people
with tears.
as she can to see
I've already
this.
cried so much. I'm not gonna, I am trying my best to hold it together as if this is easy for me. It's crazy. But that just shows how desensitized humanity is that I'm not looked at as a person. When I get off of this live video, I go back to being a mom and I go back to fighting for my husband's life and I go back to being a regular person. I've been off of social media for 7 months because I didn't want to deal with the BS. I don't want to deal with it now either. So please just excuse yourself if there's any negativity or whatever. I
Yes.
think it would be important for you to hear the truth. And providing me a safe place to do that is important. My girl's father tried to take them away. And no, it was not granted to him. I'm responsible for their girls, for my girls. I'm responsible for their health and for their care.
They could have got
And
these
we
kids
eat really
taken
good.
away.
Organic, plant-based type of good. That ain't cheap. I need to make the income in order to keep
Hold on,
providing.
I'll talk
So I'm
after.
going to do makeup videos. I'm going to do cooking videos. I don't think a majority of it is going to be about Vaughn because of how bad it was. I need it to be a place where other influencers are going to be man enough or grown enough or sympathetic enough to say, you know what, she's right. Even though I don't like Dre,
They're not going to
she
do
is a
that.
mom and a wife. That's Raza's mom. That's Bella's mom. That's Oasis's mom.
And
And
they
that's
need to.
Marvon's wife. And that's Marvon's caregiver. She, regardless of what we feel, she still is responsible for those souls. The next few days or however long, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. A lot. But right now, give me 1 second. I'm going to get into why Vaughn's in the hospital and why this is so serious.
Sorry, you guys. I can't pause it. I was going to fast forward, but if you guys want to watch it with me, that's awesome. I didn't watch the whole thing earlier, but I'm just going to go ahead and play it.
Oh, I love you, Jesse. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Ashley McKnight. Okay. There is someone that works at the care home that Vaughn is at. There's only 4 people there. You know, it was really sad when Vaughn's mother put out that really whack. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Excuse me.
You have the right to do that.
I
Don't
don't
say
want to
sorry.
be petty. I don't. And I'm trying to put my knuck if you buck side away. So bear with me, please. When Vaughn's mother posted that poem, it was intentionally to create negative feelings for you to have towards me. Vaughn was in an assisted living with 4 people in a house in the mountains, which is why it's I would imagine, which is why it's so expensive. Huge house. It was so, I mean, going there, it was always nice. I feel there's no wonder why Vaughn was healing. I mean, we're around beautiful, I mean, beautiful, I don't want to say plants, but yeah, plants. I don't want to say greenery because it's a lot of green, but also like cactuses. Like it's a desert. I love it.
And I don't know if I have to pause. Like I said, I don't really care at this point about a strike. We're not trying to be monetized, and this is very important to play. I don't know if I have to keep pausing and talking because if you can get strikes from Facebook or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works, the strikes, but I don't know. It's from Facebook, so man.
Love the desert, but we're in the mountains. The air feels fresh and crisp, you know? And I visit him every day and nobody knows where we're at, you know? Like it's so good. My children go see their dad. Like we spend time with him. It feels good. It feels great. I mean, I would be able to see him all the time and it was nice. And because there's only 4 people, he got very good attention. They were on it. And I really like how, although they might not have seen what I seen, which is for me, I seen so many great things for Vaughn. I've always, that's my baby. I'm always gonna fight for his life. What? So even though they might have felt differently, they supported me. And I fought so hard to get my husband to have foods that were approved, like sea moss. I fought for months for Vaughn to get sea moss, and he finally was able to get sea moss. Like, what? Are you kidding me? And
You
then
know how
I
expensive
tried
that
so
is?
hard for Vaughn to get moringa powder, and
While
he get
while
moringa powder,
fucking
and he
Letitia
would take it
and
every day.
MGL
2 tablespoons sea moss.
are over here buying cars and shit, and just she's over here having to pay. I don't remember how much she said it was per like bag, but I remember it was a high amount, and she doesn't have to do that. Like she's doing that because it's what's best for him. And somebody, like I said, on a specific diet, a vegetarian or a vegan diet, and you go from that to eating meat and all this stuff you're not used to, that is gonna fuck up your body. So she did the right thing for
In
him.
the morning, moringa powder in the evening, and then right before he got into the hospital, ashwagandha was added to the list. And Vaughn, he would have purple onion tea every day. like, like, duh. What do you expect him to do whenever he's on something so good? You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't. I'm not the type to hold on to negativity. How can you hold on to negativity and expect positive things to happen? That doesn't make sense. They repel. Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to have a good positive mindset. And I always have with my husband. And I always tell him, baby, as long as you keep fighting, I'm going to keep fighting. And when you feel like it's too much, then baby, I will give you your dignity and we'll go from there. But he continues to fight.
Oh, she's a
After
baby
4
cry.
months, after 4 months, Fawn started making noises.
Oh my gosh.
Like someone that's supposed to never talk again, never walk again, never speak again, never like ventilator for the rest of his life. He started like I say talking, you know, he started talking, but it's like noises like like he does that. And I'm like, what? It was the most amazing thing. And it was the most amazing thing to me that I paid for a song to be written in honor of that so that I could play it for my baby so he can know how proud I am of him and how much it meant to me to hear his voice and how much I longed for him to say I love you again. But there's so many milestones that he would hit. And then the most recent milestone, I ain't even gonna say. But I'm just like, what the? It's amazing how the lights that were turned off are turning back on. You know, I am witnessing a miracle. Like what? It's amazing. And I see him every day. So I'm by his side witnessing it every day, breathing life into my baby. Every day he gets red light therapy. Every day he gets his aromatherapy. Every day he gets massages. That man he is loved beyond measured. And it shows in the level of care that he gets.
And Molly Golightly, you probably would not even wait a fucking day. You would be like, pull the plug. I am not here for this. I can't be at the hospital because I have to go get fucked up on Xanax and drink all my alcohol all day. Like, you would not do any of this. So for you to sit here and bash this woman, disgusting.
Until recently.
Oh God. Oh, I haven't watched this part.
My
Oh.
Do you hear the rain? Do you guys want to hear it? Oh, hold on. I don't think I can. Do you guys want to hear?
I agree, D.
Do you hear that?
I agree, D. And I made one video um, explaining like my life, which I didn't have to, and people reminded me, um, like, why are you doing that? Um, you don't have to explain yourself if you know what's true. Like, fuck what everybody else is saying. And my thing is, are other creators gonna stand by me, or are they gonna fall into this shit? But at the end of the day, it's like they're not really there for you if they decide to leave, because everybody knows. Um, Hold on, I just got an email from my kid's school. Oh, hold on. This school, oh my god. This school is really getting on my nerves. Okay, so if they don't stand by you, and then they were never really for you. My how I how I go hard for people is, I don't care what it's going to make me look like or my channel look like. I am going to, if somebody is saying something about somebody that I really care for, like, I'm going to be behind them and whatever they want to do 100%. That's just how I am. I don't care. Fuck, fuck my image on social media, because nobody knows anyone in real life.
Yeah, baby. Tell me
Oh my God.
more. That's so bum. He's doing amazing. He was doing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Um, the milestones that he's making, the things that doctor said he would never do, and he's doing, and it's incredible. And he's my whole heart and soul, which is why I'm so disturbed at this setback, because he was doing great and he was healing. And I even found a neurology place that is going to do the hyperbaric chamber on him, or they will put him in the hyperbaric chamber. I've already toured the facility. I told them about my husband's condition, and they're ready. They're like, hey, you get him here, we'll do our job 5 days a week, hyperbaric chamber. So I've been trying so hard to get the VA to approve that. I need a referral, and that's really, it's been a fight that I haven't won yet. But Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, my husband was withheld his food and water.
Mm.
And I know this because of the severe dehydrated state that he was in the following day. He did not look the same, and I was very concerned for the way he looked. I'm with him every day. This was not normal. It was bad. And I think right now I'm going to leave out a lot of certain details, but he had lost 5 pounds that night and gained it right back the next day. And 12 hours later, not even like the next day, not like 24 hours, 12 hours later. And I said, I know that, watch, you weigh him again, he's going to weigh 5 pounds, because people don't lose 5 pounds overnight. That don't make no sense. Watch, he's going to weigh more. And certainly enough, he did. And because he was so dried out, the tube that's in his belly, the JG tube, I would imagine his organs being so dry from being so dehydrated that he shriveled up. And now that cord is kinked.
Oh my gosh.
Because of the severe dehydrated state that this person left my
Wait,
husband in,
what?
he's not even in the condition to get surgery to fix it.
Wait, hold on.
That peg tube is for his water.
Wait. So it's smushed together? It's like, I don't, what does that mean? Does anyone know what that means? Holy shit. She needs to sue this fucking hospital, whoever that guy was, too.
It's for his food. It's what keeps him going. And he can't even have it through there no more. So this is certainly a different change of events.
My God. Hold on, you guys.
And this is bad enough to make me want to come back on social media after I was like, I'm out. No thanks. I don't want no part of this. And so now he's in the hospital, and they weren't giving him what he needed. He went from being super dehydrated. He went to the hospital. His veins were flat. Got an ultrasound machine. Couldn't even do it because his veins were flat. Finally, they called a specialist. She got an IV in. Immediately pumped him with 3 liters of fluid, back to back to back. Then he gets admitted. And within a couple days, I noticed, why doesn't he have water hanging? Like, why is his urine looking brown? Why is his heart rate doing this? And it was bad. And
Okay.
I feel like by the grace of God, his heart rate is settled again. Now he's on something called TPN. So it's giving nutrition through his veins. And it's really up to his body to get strong enough again to be able to withstand surgery so that they can fix it.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where we're at right now. After Vaughn progressed, after Vaughn hit all these milestones, after Vaughn was able to get off the ventilator by himself, he wasn't supposed to do that.
God.
After Vaughn was able to start expressing himself through tears, after Vaughn was able to start using his voice, after Vaughn was able to start opening his eyes,
Thank you for
after
explaining
Vaughn
it.
was able to start communicating with me in other different ways, after Marvon was able to stare in my eyes and bat his lashes as his way of just making me feel some type of way, to now back to this. All of the milestones that we hit, and we're back to here. I think it's absolutely disgusting for people to say anything negative about my husband, especially regarding
It is.
whether he should be alive or not.
It is.
That's the most vile, demonic, low frequency. It's garbage. It's so vile. Nobody's over here wiping my husband's butt. Let's keep it real. Nobody's here paying for him to get the care that he needs. Nobody's by his side every single day. Every single day. I have to make him a fresh batch of CMOS every 3 days, because although it lasts 3 weeks, that's what the VA wants me to do, so that's what I'll do. I spend a whole lot of money. His food, I pay over $600 a month on that because it's Cape
Yeah.
Farms. He's doing great on the Cape Farms, the vegan formula. He's doing great, all out of pocket, and I do it without batting my eye, with no hesitation. Take all my money, whatever we can do to help give this man a fighting chance because he wants to live. That's his choice. I'm not forcing him to push boundaries his body doesn't want to. I'm not prolonging or holding on to something that ain't real. I hold on to hope and I'm positive. But if he shows me he has a will to live, then I am going to create a safe place in order for him to do so. The fact that that safe place has been compromised, I will take this to the highest extent possible. APS is involved now, and they are aware. And there is an investigation. And the care home, they are aware. And the person that did this, I'm sure she was all up to date with all the stuff. I'm almost certain that the reason why she felt what she did is because of all the things she heard online.
Oh my
This,
God.
what happened online, the crucifixion of me, that negatively affected Vaughn's care. It had a direct effect on it.
Yep. All these fucking people.
Here, moving forward, let's keep social media safe, because no matter how you feel, you express it online, other people eat into it. And
Feed
negativity,
off each
everybody,
other.
a lot of people jump on the bandwagon, and a lot of people love that train.
Yep.
It's fun for them. That's not fair to my children. I'm the parent that they rely on because their biological father has failed them. And now their dad now is not in the condition to be there in the fullest extent that they need. But we look and we have such a positive mindset. You know what's sad? Actually, dude, my makeup is just so crazy. My eyelash is like coming off. Please, I don't want to look like this the first day I come back to social media. But there was been such a change of events that I wasn't going to come back to social media to fight with people I don't even know, that don't even know me, that have the audacity to post body cam footage. Are you kidding me? How sick do you have to be?
Disgusting.
And you know what I really think the issue is that as like, people can have all the things.
Hurt
People
people
can have a whole
love
husband,
hurt
a whole
people.
marriage,
Hurt
a whole
people.
house, all these things, and still be so unhappy.
Yep.
And yet they see me happy with my husband, even in the bed-bound state that he's in. I couldn't be more.
If Molly was so happy with her life, she wouldn't have to be chewing Xanax 24/7. She wouldn't have to be downing a bottle every day. She acts like she's so happy and this and that, and no, hurt people, and that's facts.
Be more happy and grateful that he is here alive with me today. And yet I still think people are jealous of that fact, that I'm happy with my current state. That's what it is. And people's jealousy, it shows. And they show it in different ways by attacking me. And it's not okay. Let the fact that the police closed the investigation, the fact that CPS ain't taking away my children, the fact that APS ain't never stopped me from seeing my husband, the fact that I have never gotten kicked out of no hospital, the fact that everybody that knows me in real life, I've never lost anyone that's close to me in my real life.
Exactly.
People that went on the internet that would talk and supposedly close to me, they were out of my life for years. That wasn't something that they weren't even close.
Hi,
I mean,
Sally.
3, 4 years. Like, this is people that were not even in my life. All the people that acted like they know me, those are from my past. That's not even, they wouldn't have any information on what's happening now.
Exactly.
Like,
they just
anybody that ever said they have an update,
hurt people.
It was never
Hurt people.
never accurate. I don't think there's ever been anyone that has posted anything accurate, especially my children taking tea that starts with a K. Supposedly a video, and I thought it must have been passion flower, because there ain't no way there's no video. That's not even possible.
Those are new.
The passion flower, yeah, it could be possible. There's a video of that because my children take it. Yes.
Hold on, you guys. Let me rewind that real quick.
There's been such a change of events that I wasn't going to come back to social media to fight with people I don't even know, that don't even know me, that have the audacity to post body cam footage. Are you kidding me? How sick do you have to be? And you know what I really think the issue is is that as like people can have all the things. People can have a whole husband, a whole marriage, a whole house, all these things and still be so unhappy. And yet they see me happy with my husband, even in the bed-bound state that he's in. I couldn't be more happy and grateful that he is here alive with me today. And yet I still think people are jealous of that fact that I'm happy with my current state. That's what it is. And people's jealousy, it shows. And
Yes,
they show it in
love.
different ways by attacking me. And it's not okay. That's let the fact that the police closed the investigation, the fact that CPS ain't taking away my children, the fact that APS ain't never stopped me from seeing my husband, the fact that I have never gotten kicked out of no hospital, the fact that everybody that knows me in real life, I've never lost anyone that's close to me in my real life. People that went on the internet that would talk and supposedly close to me, they were out of my life for years. That wasn't something that they weren't even close. I mean, 2, 3, 4 years. Like this is people that were not even in my life. All the people that acted like they know me, that those are from my past. And that's not even, they wouldn't have any information on what's happening now, like at all. Anybody that ever said they have an update, it was never accurate. I don't think there's ever been anyone that has posted anything accurate, especially my children taking T that starts with a K, supposedly a video. And I thought it must have been passion flower because there ain't no way there's no video. That's not even possible.
Exactly.
The passion flower, yeah, it could be possible. There's a video of that because my children take it, yes. But that was ginger, dude. The video that circulated was my children taking ginger. That's what it was, ginger. And yet people can say whatever they want, and then the internet runs with it.
Yep.
Crazy. It's crazy. Every person that investigated my family, I always got
And I said that from the beginning. A child, there's no way she was giving them kratom. A child, it's something would happen to the respiratory system. I mean, it wouldn't go well. She's not gonna sit there and give her children kratom when it doesn't do anything for a child. So I understand her giving them passion flower, ginger, whatever. But the whole kratom thing, the whole time, I was like, no, that's no, that's a lie.
compliments on how strong of a woman I am, how incredible my children are, and how keep it up. Keep it up. Nobody should be criminalized for choosing to feed their children fruits and vegetables and giving them foods that are going to contribute to their healing, not detriment. But that's going to be discussed in another live further down the road. I feel like I've said all that needed to be said, and I know I'm kind of like everywhere. This was not planned. I was planning on doing pre-recorded videos only. Ain't no updates on Vaughn. I was only going to talk about what was already out to give people the actual truth, actual, real. But no, this is different. Now, for the first time, now this is the hardest time in my life. Now this is. I hold on to hope. I hold on to my faith. And that kept me going all these months. And it's going to continue to keep me going. But it wasn't no false hope back then. That was me really, truly feeling like my husband's got this. And the fact that that opportunity could be taken away from him from someone else's negligence and it being swept under the rug and my husband possibly not coming back from this. Are you kidding me? That does something to me that is, yeah. But as I said, I'm getting help for this. I have an incredible doctor. She's giving me this homeopathic stuff that is working wonders on me. And it's helping me to be able to function with the pain that I feel. Because this started Thursday. And it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like every single day has been so intense. Like, it's been hard. And I just want to be able to have a safe place where
I
I can
just
go
want to
back to
hold on.
living my
She isn't wearing her wedding ring. I don't really think that at this point we don't see that's going to turn into speculation. At this point, you don't know if it's getting clean. You don't know if what happened to it, or if she has it on something next to Vaughn because her whole religion and everything is different. Um, Sometimes I enjoy watching the creators that show. Yes, exactly. Because these tragedy pimps, it's disgusting what they do. But the wedding ring thing, I didn't notice it, but that's because to me, it's nothing. Did she take it off to clean it? We can't just sit here and go around the internet and then be like, oh my God, you guys, Dre, I know you didn't, I'm not talking about you, but these tragedy pimps are gonna be like, oh my God, she's not wearing her wedding ring, da 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 da, and she's over here telling her whole life story and about the abuse and the bullying and the threats that she's been through, and she doesn't have to. And I'm pretty sure she knows she doesn't have her wedding ring on. So whatever happened to it, to her, it's not a big deal.
Live.
But good. I didn't even see that. But good. I do see a line.
Where I could do my makeup, where we could talk about things. I want to vibe with people that want to vibe with me. That's it. Whatever you feel, I'm sorry that you feel. But please, if I'm not your cup of tea, don't force yourself to be here.
Yes.
And the negativity that is spread, it has a direct effect on my family. So please leave my family alone. Stop trying to profit off of my husband's tragedy. Y'all already made a lot of money. I mean,
Yep.
and none of it went towards my husband's care. And that's the thing.
None.
None of it went towards
Lawyer?
him
Where's the
staying in
lawyer?
that house. Never once did I go live asking nobody for money. I never said, hey, y'all donate to this. Never, not once throughout all of this.
And
And
that's
yet,
true.
so many people have profited off of lying about sharing things that should never be out to the public and spreading things. That's not okay. And I don't have a lawyer. Again, just in case. Anybody who ever said I had a lawyer, like anything that they've ever said, question,
Ooh.
because they don't have the facts. I'm not suing anyone right now. My whole entire energy has been on my husband and my children.
I
That's it.
understand
My husband, my
that.
children, my God.
I understand that, Dre, but
That
you
is my
got to
circle. That's my what I focus my energy and
you
attention
have
on.
to sue these motherfuckers.
And
But they're gonna keep going and going
what other
and
people say
going.
about me is none of my business. So I try not to even indulge. I don't watch no videos. I don't even want to know. My friends tell me a need to know
Ah,
basis. They don't
so
go tell
yeah, so
me
you don't
when
wear yours.
stuff pops off.
And she probably
I
woke
go to
up,
them like, hey,
or
this family member's calling me, and they
we
only
don't
call
know
me when
what it is,
something's happening on social media. Did something happen?
But that's
And then
just
all
gonna
of a
be one
sudden I
thing
hear,
people are gonna
oh
go
yeah,
around. She's not
this
wearing
rumor's
her
been
ring. She's not,
spreading
and
about Vaughn no longer
it's
being here.
that's just
And
how
I'm like, are
shit
you kidding me?
gets
And
started.
while Vaughn is literally, he was doing great at that moment.
Ah,
That
thank
rumor was spreading, he
you,
was doing great.
Sally. Thank you,
I mean,
Sally.
like Vaughn,
Hold on.
his room in
Okay, so they said they sold their rings a long time ago before this happened. It happened when the car thing with and Letitia and money. They needed money. Ah, okay. See, I didn't even know that. I really appreciate that because I'm like, shoot, it could be getting cleaned. That's another thing people can't speculate on. I really appreciate you giving us that info because I never knew that. So, Casey, that's why she's not wearing her ring.
at the house in the mountains, double doors to the outside. The outside is beautiful. I have videos of the outside that I am going to show just to show how incredible that house is. Like it's amazing. The outside view where Vaughn was at in the mountains is no wonder why he was healing. Of course. How can you not? It's a great place to be. Hold on. That's so evil. Sweet woman, brain cells do not renew themselves because of lack of oxygen. Okay, that was a really harmful thing to say and hurtful. I don't know what made you want to say that or what made you think that that would help me out. Um, I hope that you really just think about the effect that your words have on people because Vaughn is special enough to be loved even now, despite him being in the state that he's in. The way that it's funny, the girls, it's so funny because Vaughn, the way he has a whole personality. Y'all just don't know. Y'all, it's just crazy. So many people said I showed all of my life. Like what? I didn't even show half, not even a quarter. Like,
Yeah.
I would go live almost every day, but there's 24 hours in a day, boo. Like,
Exactly.
let's just say I went live for 4 hours in a day.
Oh
That's
my
20 hours on my life.
God.
And yet people want to act like they know everything that happens behind closed doors when 20 plus hours a day,
Like
y'all don't
she's
even
on
know what
live
that
all
is.
day.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
I know
It's
how
really
that
new.
is.
I show everything. No, I don't.
Kids
No, I
go to
don't.
school.
There's so much that I don't.
Kids go play with each other. Kids, and they're
But
like, "Why are you
regardless,
on live?" Because
Vaughn did not have
oh,
any
my
function
kids are very
after
well
this.
taken care of.
He was completely gone. He went from that to eyes open, making noises, opening his eyes, batting his eyelashes at me, like pulling me. He pulls me.
Oh my God.
I hold his hands and I move it, and then he's already pulling me towards him. There's so many things that he does that you can't tell me, oh, he's gone forever. No, he's not. And it's shown. And but I don't need to tell you that. I just need to know and have faith that he will. And it's amazing to see. And my children, this builds up their faith. That although this is what's going to be said in the medical textbooks, and this is probably what doctors like. Look at the human body and how incredible it was made. It's amazing. Thank you, Ashley Roberts Hunt. I appreciate that. How was the first visit? I don't remember the first visit, honestly. I don't remember, but I mean, the children they would see videos of him all the time, so it's not like when they visited him. Oh wait, no, I remember when Raza did. He was at the step down hospital, and it was so sweet. It was really sweet. I think I don't want to share that because I want to hold it because it seems like anything I share, like look at the nastiness that's still online. It's awful. So there's certain things that I want to hold dear to my heart, and that's one. I remember now, and it was beautiful, and I did record it. Maybe in time we'll share it, but as of right now, it's special to me. Hi, Stephanie. I miss you. Thank you for praying for us, Jessica. I really appreciate that. Christy Brown, I love you so much, Christy. I was in a coma on oxygen and came back breathing again on my own. It's possible, dude.
Yes,
Um,
you can tell
Beverly
they
Holmes
have
on
all the
TikTok.
love
I
in
think
the
that's right.
world for each other.
I just started following her. I've seen her videos before, but
She's holding
something came
back
in my feed,
tears right
and
now.
her son almost lost his life. And seeing that, it was like, oh my gosh.
And even
Seeing
before
how
this,
strong
like
her
the
faith
way
was,
they look at
it's
each
like that's the
other,
type of
the
energy I need to
way
be around.
that
Not these people who
you
ain't
can,
got no faith, that believe that
I don't
whatever the
know, I
doctor
feel
says,
it through the screen when they're together.
that is like God's speaking. No, a doctor is going to speak on what his profession is. He can create life. Doctors did not create life, God did. So despite what doctors can do, it's a limit. I'm so grateful for the medical field. I'm so grateful for the doctors, for the nurses, for the home care team, like every single person.
I do want to say thank you for everybody that came from Unirock's channel. Shout out to Unirock. I said it in the beginning. If you haven't subscribed, please shoot. I'll put a link in the comments in just a second. I'm not ending it. I just want to say I appreciate you guys for coming over here. This is how I found out about it, and I just had to go because I've supported her since the beginning. And this isn't my usual thing. Like I usually just do true crime, but when it comes to families and tragedy pimps messing with victims, it gets my blood boiling, and I have to speak out um, because it's not okay. And I have a lot to say, but after this video, well,
I am so grateful for. And anybody that takes care of my husband, I always thank them every single time. Thank you for taking care of him. Ow. But what they say doesn't mean that's how it's going to be. Vaughn's already proved them wrong. And you know what? Another lie that's out there is that Vaughn was brain blank. No, he was never. A doctor never told me he was brain DEAD. Never, not once has a doctor ever told me that. Vaughn has always had brain activity, which is why that was even more confusing why they wanted me to pull the plug. Because why would I do that when he has brain activity? That was confusing to me. It's like, it would be one thing if he was, but he wasn't. He had brain activity, but he would have pauses in it. That was it. It was a pause. Brain activity, pause. That was it. Recently, he had another EEG, no more pauses. It's just suppressed brain activity. That's what it is now. That's what the doctor called it. Suppressed brain activity. And it was a completely different neurologist, completely different hospital that said this. And I'm like, good. Thank you. Because I knew he would heal, and everybody wanted to make it seem like I'm crazy, like I'm holding on to false hope. Let me not say everybody, because it wasn't everybody. It was
No,
people
girl.
that didn't know me. But I continued to breathe life into my husband.
I didn't even
knew
know
that he
you,
would get
and
better.
I believed you the first time I
And
watched
look,
a
so
video.
you can't tell me otherwise. Your words are empty, so to speak, because I have witnessed something completely different. And Vaughn being so strong, even now, the fact that he's still fighting, bro, I hope tomorrow it's a good news report. But tomorrow, I don't know what it's going to be like when I walk in the hospital. I don't know if his body is going to, because TPN, it has sugar in it. His body, if there's an infection, the sugar's going to feed it. This is not long-term. TPN is not for long-term care. So his body needs to absorb the nutrients from this, and he needs to
TPN.
hydrate in order for him to get well. So this is very serious. But just like I said before, my husband's going to get better. He's going to do it now. And I am looking for a house to be in so badly because I want my husband home. I want to be able to take care of him myself instead of leaving my children every single day. And they are so supportive of me because I'm trying to balance being a wife and a mom, trying to take care of a man who can't do nothing for himself. I do it lovingly and willingly,
Nobody
but
is a
it's a lot of
perfect
work
mom.
because he can't do anything
The
for
way that these
himself.
people have made
And
her look by clipping videos and saying that she starved her kids, because I remember, was it Roz that was like, I'm hungry, but it was late at night. My kids eat dinner and then they have a snack, and then I'm like, okay, it's bedtime around 8:30. The latest is 9, right? And as soon as, but they'll eat dinner like maybe an hour before that, and they'll have a snack, and they're like, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. And I'm like, no, it's bedtime. You just ate dinner, you had a snack. Like, I know you're not. That's just what kids do. And when they fucking took that video and was making it look like they were starving him, and they put it all on her. And the thing is, Vaughn was right with next to her. If there was a problem, and she's the only bad guy in this, right? That's what everybody's saying. Vaughn would have been like, oh no, let's feed him. Let's give him something. He's hungry. All kids, Casey, yes. And I wasn't saying that to you. I was meaning you pointed that out, and tragedy pimps are gonna, I can already see it now. And I'm glad that Sally actually knew that, because I didn't know that. um, But a lot of kids do that. I mean, how many of y'all's kids have gone to bed and they don't want to go to bed? So they're like, oh, I need a drink. I'm hungry. But it's like, look, we know you're not hungry because you literally just ate 2 plates, a snack, you had a drink. And yeah, they were always cooking. There's no way that anybody was starving.
then I'm trying to make sure I take care of my children, make sure that they're up on their homeschooling, which is crazy that people said that my children are not in school. It's like, what? What's even crazier is that there was someone that's close to my children that believed that they weren't in school and even wrote that down on court documents saying that, and referenced Facebook as a
Oh,
what
wow.
do you as a as proof, a Facebook post. I'm like, that's sad. If you didn't know that these children were or were not in school, shame on you. You should know that. You should know that. You should know better. That goes to speak at how involved you are in their life. Come on now. The fact that that it could actually be believed that my children aren't seeing a doctor. Are you kidding me? And another thing that people would say that would lie is CPS told me I have 10 days to take my children to a doctor. What? No, they didn't. That was never said to me. My children had went to a doctor like 2 weeks before CPS ever got involved. So they never had even said anything like that. Whoever said that lied to you. That was another lie that was made up. I talked to CPS because they came. They didn't just talk to me. They talked to my parents. They talked to my mom. They talked to my dad. They talked to Bella, Oasis, and Raza for a little bit. But they eased up because Raza was not comfortable with them whatsoever. And Raza kept trying to get in my arms. And I tell Raza, come on, honey, like, let's sit down. Okay, mommy,
How
they had
hard?
to ask
How
you,
hard
all
is
these
that
things,
on a
whatever.
child?
He's
Oh
like,
my
okay.
god.
But then when it was time
That is
for me to walk
traumatizing.
away, he was like, no, stranger danger. And that was enough for them. Like, there's so many things. Like, there's one time I went live with Slay Mafia, which I'm going to be there live after her here. And thank you, because without Slay Mafia, like, I know I haven't been there for content. I'm shocked that there's so many people that are still there. Like, shocked. But I don't know. I don't want to say I shouldn't be, but it is shocking whenever there's so many people that you thought were like supportive and you had a connection, and then you realize, oh, I guess that was not real. You know, you kind of just don't know if you are liked or cared for anymore, you know, by certain people. But the fact that for all these months, I'm just like, wow, that meant a lot to me, because you helped me to be able to continue to help my family. And it meant a lot to me.
Oh, my cat's wanting. Hold on.
Severe dehydration, Marisol. That's not even possible. How does someone gain 5 pounds unless they're but I feel like not only was his food and water withheld, I feel like she had to do something else. And it wasn't just that. She removed his pillows too. She's had animosity towards me for a long time, and I would always report to the nurse manager. I would report to the owner. Nothing ever changed. I just decided to stop going to the care home when she worked, because obviously she had a problem with me. I did not want it to affect my husband's care, so that's fine. You have an issue with me for whatever reason. I just won't go when she's working.
It's insane,
so that she doesn't feel irritated and then take that on him. And she never messed with him until now. Vaughn always has a pillow under both of his legs, but his knee is turning inward a little bit. So I asked that the pillow be folded so that it keeps his knees elevated. And I told her, I already put it there. You don't have to move him. She's like, so you want a pillow under both of his legs? And I'm like, well, normally you guys already do put a pillow under there. But this time I'm folding it to help it from turning inward. So she's like, okay, well, do you want a pillow in between his legs too? And I said, it depends on how he's positioned. Right now, he does need one in between his legs because his knees are too close. So she's like, okay. I said, but he's already situated. You don't have to worry about that. She's like, okay, I'll pass it to the next person. So then the next day I get there, and I walk in the room, and Vaughn's 125 heart rate, and he looks stressed. Now, Vaughn's had heart rates higher before, but you could tell he's like calm. He was very stressed. And I'm like, what the? I go move the sheet because I do red light therapy on him every single day. How
are you?
And I notice he has no pillows under him. So I'm like, okay.
How are you?
They're all on the couch. So I go to the couch, grab the pillows, fold them, put them under him. And whenever the new home care worker or the new person, caregiver, came in, I said, hey, if you don't mind, can you please fold the pillows under his knees? I go through the spiel. And she's like, that's weird, because so-and-so told me that your new request is to have no pillows. And at that point, I lost it. Oh, I lost it. Because I've always stayed out of her way. You know, there's a picture on Marvan's phone. I always left Marvan's phone with him.
I am good, love. I'm feeling a little bit better, but, you know, I'm glad you're doing good. I am glad you stopped by, and I hope that you have an amazing day at work. I need to I need to email you. Do you know my Facebook? We added each other, right? My mind, so much stuff is going on, and I just can't even. Because I think it's easier on Messenger, and then I can just send you my number. Because, like, with Messenger and stuff and Facebook, I'm really not on it that much. Like, so if we just talk through phone, it would be so much easier.
I would always leave it with him so that he can listen to music. And it just seemed like so many people would turn off his music. It's crazy. It's crazy how people legit turn off something that's supposed to soothe my husband. It's just, it's sad that people don't give him the dignity because they feel some type of way. Just crazy. Anyways, so that really upset me because there's no way that there was miscommunication. There's no way that there was misunderstanding. She asked me
Hold
questions to
on.
make sure she
Hold on.
understood what I was talking about, and I confirmed and verified to make sure that she knew we're on the same page. Yes, this is the same thing.
Let me.
She had to deliberately remove a pillow under each of his leg and then say, oh, this is what Andrea wants. Someone who is bedbound, their bodies are going to kind of conform to the position that they're normally in. So although he's turned every 2 hours, it's still in a similar position. So to move the blanket or the pillows all together, whenever normally he has that oomph, it's making his legs go straight. So those muscles that are normally bent are being stretched out. Is this the reason why his heart, why he was so stressed? And then another medication, I asked them to stop because he was on a medication for a long time. And then his nurse told me, I think this medication, I think he's having tremors because of this medication. And I'm like, really? She was like, yeah, it's a side effect. And once they come, they'll never go away. And I'm like, okay. Well, when he got it on that medication, he was doing these like hiccups thing. He was like, like on my TikTok or on my reels, you could see that certain videos where Bond's doing that like that. Well, he got on a medication and it stopped it. And I was amazed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's good. Sometimes he would have them, but then
how's the grandbaby? That's my.
eventually,
That's the Facebook right here.
The doctor reduced that medication, and tremors was like.
I made a whole new Facebook because of weirdos like the tragedy pimps. Well, not exactly them, but I made a new one, but I still have access to that one. I just have to. I'm waiting to get all my pictures and videos off of there so I can just shut it down. I had to private everything. Like, it's just so crazy what people will do. But if you find me on there, message me, and then I will send you my my personal.
Like very light, and she only reduced it by half. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so with the reduction of the medication, I'm thinking, well, I need to make sure he's not like the hiccups, but they're not hiccups, but it's just he would do that every single day, literally. Well, she had taken it half, and it had already been like several days. I don't even know if it was a week yet, but it was several days, and he did really great. He's bonded great, and his body was so calm and relaxed. So I called her and I said, hey, is it possible if we could try to get him off all the way? She was like, well, let me talk to the pharmacist and make sure that she has no objections, but you're well within your right to, if this is not a medication that you feel he should have, then that's okay. We support you. But we will, we'll get back with you. So, I prayed about it. That's serious. One accusation about me is I always refused, or how do you say, I didn't let Bond have medical care, or something about I didn't give him medicine, or Lou didn't let him have medicine, or something along those lines. That was a rumor being spread out.
Oh, so, my heart breaks for her.
I take those decisions to, should he still have this? Should he not? Should I take away? Should I not? I take that very seriously.
Oh my God.
Because I don't want to do anything that's not going to be good for him.
Yes, right when they walk, they would start running.
The betterment of him and how he's going to fare. And I felt comfortable with them taking it away because the purpose that he needed it, he didn't have that problem anymore. So if you don't have that problem anymore, you don't need the solution anymore. Basically, that's how I seen it. And especially, she was okay with taking him off, but they don't make just a decision. One person makes that decision. With the VA home health care team, you have to talk with your home-based care group. So eventually, that same day, that I went to go visit Vaughn and he was stressed, they had given him that medication that I asked them to hold. And he was tremoring bad, very bad, worse than whenever he was normally on it. And I'm like, oh my God. But
you guys, my heart it's breaking. It's breaking for her right now. Like, I cannot believe I'm proud of her for doing this, and I've had to do it. Just because you know, like for the old Facebook, someone actually went on there, took a video of my 3-year-old, just turned 3, holding one of our kittens. My cat had kittens, and clipping the video and making it look like that he was choking the cat, but he was holding it. It was so ridiculous. And I'm like, he is. Hold on. Oh, they're cold. What are you doing? They're everywhere. Sorry, guys. Does it have a newsstand in the background? No. It has the Red Bull Coffee and Crime. Here, let me show you real quick. Oh wait, shoot. Um, it's this one. So yeah, my heart is breaking for her because like they take something so innocent, like a child holding a cat, and they clip it, and oh, and 1 year into I love that age. Oh, when they start to walk though, it's like you have to run after them everywhere. Um, they take every little thing and they turn it into something so huge, and it's ridiculous what they do, and my heart hurts so bad for her right now, just watching her explain all this. And oh god, god.
That day, new orders came in and his nurse decided to discontinue it. But that's frustrating because I had asked them to not give that to him because the effects that it is having on his body, and they gave it to him anyways. I'm glad it's discontinued. I'm glad it's not going to be an issue from here moving forward. But the fact that it even was, that's just another thing that really bothers me, because Vaughn should be getting exceptional care. No matter what people feel, no matter their opinion, when you're in the medical field, you do your job. You care for the patient.
Sorry, I was gonna type it. Yeah, and I played the whole video. I ended up playing the whole video because obviously, if you watch the whole video, you see a whole different thing than what they tried to make it. They were like justice for animals instead, and really, to my 3-year-old, and play the whole video. You can see perfectly clear he's not, and I'm not gonna sit there and let him choke a cat. I have 5. Like I'm an animal lover. The fuck?
You don't judge them based off of should they be alive or not. What kind of mess is that? What kind of hate in your heart do you have? Like that's sad. Now
Yep.
I see there's, if Vaughn was declining, then I would understand. Like if Vaughn was doing bad and he truly was everything that the doctor said he would be, then I would get it. We don't need to prolong torture. But Vaughn's not being tortured. Vaughn's not in this insufferable state. Vaughn is in a state of healing. And from the get go,
Yes,
dude,
baby.
from the get go, all I would talk about on my lives is how I only want positivity,
Hmm.
positive energy. You got low frequencies. I don't want it. Don't pity me. I even go my videos. Please, if you pity me, if you feel bad for me, that's a low frequency. That's not going to help my husband to heal. Please don't send it my way. That's how I always was. Because I wanted positivity only around him because he deserved that. And with all of this, it just made my life so much harder. I remember the same Facebook page that started all of this. They had made a post and said, well, Andrea says she's living her best life. So, and some of you guys said you should wait because her husband has a brain injury, but she said she's living her best life, so she's good. What? Bro, when you see me happy, when you see me smiling, it's not because I'm without a struggle
Yep.
internally and physically. No, my life completely changed. Never in a million years could you have told me
Come here,
what my
baby.
life would have been like. Ever,
Huh?
ever, and never.
There is no baby.
And
Oh.
I'm in a whole new state, like, or not state, a whole new city. This is not my home.
You want my phone?
You know, I just grab my
Huh?
children and leave, like my dogs, and leave. And then there were creators that were bashing me for taking my children to an Airbnb, bashing me for having my children in an RV.
Give it to him, baby.
My husband had attempted. I don't live in Tucson. What else was I
Baby, give it to
supposed to
him.
do? Buy a house immediately? Rent immediately? I don't know how long the condition he's going to be in. I don't know if we're going back home to you. There's a lot of things I don't know, but I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to do my best.
Ooh.
And I know that I have children that look at me and hold on to my energy. Whichever way I move, they follow. So why wouldn't I want to set an example that my children can follow? When bad times happen, that's when you really get on your knees and you pray, and you pray hard. And then when you are done praying, let me read this, what my mom said
Oh,
to
baby.
me today.
Why are you going back? Why?
Is it not on this phone?
She said she didn't
Oh, here we
want.
go.
No.
I
she's
have
not.
learned that living in expectations of trials is often more challenging than actually going through them. We show trust first, then God takes us by the hand and leads us through the valley of deep shadow. The only thing left for me to do is not to let go of his hand. And this whole time, I haven't let go of his hand, and I will continue to hold on to his hand. And despite what other people say, I'm so grateful
Because
for my children are so grateful for
I'm
the
gonna mute
dad
my
in
mic,
their
you guys,
life.
so you can
How can you wish
get distracted.
him the opposite? Don't do that to him. But even if you do, I rebuke that energy, and it is not welcome around my family at all. What's hard for me to witness is how happy my children are
I'm gonna
around
check
their
right now.
dad, and yet they can't share that happiness with others
Oh, yep.
because it's like a sad thing. Oh no, it's like people look at it as detrimental.
Yes,
I'm
you
so
got it.
sorry.
Good.
Yeah, we can't change our life.
Why? You don't want to use my phone?
You know, I have found so much peace in not stressing over the things that I have no control over.
Exactly.
You
There's
can't live a
nothing
happy
wrong
life
with it.
focusing on the things that you have no
You
control
want
over,
my phone?
because
Or
you're
you
just
want
going
my
to stress yourself out
TV in your
and get
room?
no positive results. You focus on what you can control, and you can control how you to react to certain situations.
Do you want my
That's it.
phone too?
The only difference between successful people
Oh, okay.
and like in
Hold on, you
business
guys.
and people that are unsuccessful or have quit businesses is that successful people, they've fallen but they haven't stopped. Everybody is going to fail, everybody is going to fall, but successful people, they just keep going. That's how they get successful, is that those failures are not stumbling blocks. They're an obstacle, but you could use it as a stepping stone. So do that, you know. And then there's people that look at life with the glass half full, and some that look at life with that glass half empty. I would rather be the type of person that looks at the glass half full and focuses on my blessings in life. What can I be grateful for today? As bad as it is with what happened with my husband, my children have their health. What? As bad as things are, things can always be worse. My children have their health, and my husband, he has a struggle, but we are so strong-minded. We are such a tight-knit family, and we have so much hope and faith for the future. And we live such a good life now with Vaughn still, despite the condition that he's in, and despite the fact that he has more healing to do. I'm going to be by his side every step of the way. As long as he keeps fighting, I keep fighting. And when he feels like enough is enough, then baby, I respect his wishes. But he hasn't shown me that yet. In fact, before I left, he gives me his cute little blinks too. He did that yesterday before I left, and today he did it again. He does his little blinks while he stares at me. It's the most beautiful thing. I have a lot more things to talk about, and maybe things will be more organized with my lives when I talk about things in the future. This was kind of sudden because this is really serious. And what I would appreciate is that if social media were to either show support or just take your leave. Let me be able to continue to provide an income, because all these people who made great money off of speaking on me and my family who ain't never told the truth, come on now. Allow me to be able to provide an income because it benefits Bella, Oasis, Raza, and it benefits my husband. And if you ever want justice for Vaughn or ever care about him, then you care about the people he loves the most. You can't say you care for Vaughn and you do this to me and you do this to his children. I want to be able to create a safe place for my babies to talk about how excited they are about all the things that happens with daddy. And you know what I'm going to do now? Once I finally get a house
Okay,
so
I'm
I can
back.
bring my baby home, I'm going to go and get either an ambulance or a van with a
Exactly.
gurney access. And I'm going to buy a gurney. I've already been looking online and
And
shopping for
everyone
some.
feels you
And when Vaughn gets out
keep going
and I
until
get him
you
home,
master what you have to.
I'm going to take him my damn self to his
Exactly.
hyperbaric oxygen chamber
That's great
therapy
advice.
appointments
And then,
so that he can
you
get the
know,
help that he
have
needs.
faith, keep
Because he
praying,
has people that want to help him. I just have no way of getting him there.
and everybody does
And
fail.
whatever I can do to save my husband's life and to give him a fighting chance at having the best life before paradise comes, then I'm going to do that. And I'm going to continue to fight for him, be by his side, breathing life into him, telling him it's okay, it's safe, I got him. He doesn't have to worry. All he has to do is rest and heal, and I got the rest. He ain't even got to worry about anything. I'm going to continue to do that. So whether social media provides me a safe place or not, I'm going to still come online and do my thing regardless. Nobody ever ran me off social media. People act a fool, and I was like, bro, y'all weird. I'm out. This is not for me. I don't got time to do the back and forth. When that initial video of huffing came out, that was so long ago. And I asked people, y'all, like, this was so long, like, that's my husband has a brain injury, bro. He's in a coma. I'm not worried about something that I did 3 years ago. Like, this is real life. I got to focus on this. But people kept bringing it to my videos. And it's like, it's one thing for them to post the negativity, but then it's the minions that go and spread it and spread the lies. You know what I would like to see is the people that took a hand in spreading false information. You take a hand in spreading right information, and talking about how bullying is not okay, and how if you have concerns, you take it to authorities and you leave it in their hands. That this public crucifixion, this domestic terrorist mob type action online was absolutely unacceptable.
And her husband tried to unalive himself. Bullying causes people to do that. It's, oh, these people are insane. They're insane. And I do not expect, because this is what is the right thing for them to do, is come on and apologize and let the world know that they were wrong. But it's not going to happen. But it should. This poor woman and her family have been through hell and back, and they are still fighting. She shouldn't have to be worried about all this bullshit nonsense on the fucking internet. There should be an apology from Molly Golightly, Justin, Blowhorn Betty, Letitia, all of them. Every single fucking tragedy pimp out there, there should be a fucking apology.
And it was disappointing, to say the least, that this is what humanity has come to. But I will go live and talk about a lot of things, especially the fact that there's been so many lies. People that y'all, I try to warn you. I try to warn you. And I said, anybody that donates, you deserve to get your money taken. And I don't want anybody to, I don't want that. Like, that doesn't make me feel good that people were. Even though I said that, it doesn't make me feel good. That's not.
And she does. She really does.
There's some people that didn't know me from Adam, and they just knew it because this false story blew up. And so they're just
Right?
believing everything that's said because they don't know anything about me. And then I had
She doesn't
tons
want to
of
say the
messages.
names.
I created a whole folder in my Google Drive for those messages. I would screenshot and save them. The messages where people would say, hey, I found out about you from the negativity, and I went to your page to look to see these videos, and I'm
I will
shocked
call
you have
them
my support. What they're doing
for
to you is
you.
foul. Like
Unirap.
those types of like, and
Nonsense.
so throughout all this time,
Fuck
always
all
got
them
messages from
tragedy
people
pimps.
showing
We
support
will
and
all
love,
call them
and
out for you.
it meant a lot to me. And all
And
the
that's why
times
I'm
that Slay
doing this
Mafia would
video.
post in my group, gosh, that meant
I am gonna, send it because she did say she wants as many people as possible to see this. So I am gonna actually send it to her since she did respond to my message that I sent back in July. Um, and I'm gonna say, hey, I just kind of went over this, and I mean, she probably doesn't care. I don't even want any of the negativity on her, but um, I just want her to know, you know, people are still behind you, and even though you can't or don't want to call these people out, like we will sit here and do it for you, Dre. Because they're fucking assholes. They're idiots. They are unhappy with themselves. They're drug addicts. They're alcoholics. They're just fucking scum. They need to do better. And they need to get the fuck off of YouTube. They really do.
so much to me. There's so many times that I felt so lifted, even though I was off of here. And there's so many good times that have happened with my family, and so many things that we're doing that are now part of our tradition, and it's fun and exciting, and I would like to show that. I'm not a perfect mother or a perfect woman. I'm not a perfect wife. I'm not a perfect servant. I'm not none of those things. I'm imperfect. I'm a daughter of Adam. Okay, so
Right? Well,
that's
that's a
me.
good thing you don't watch them
Um,
because it's a
but I
mess.
know
It's a
that
mess.
before this recent online
You stay in your little corner.
villainizing of me, before that, I was looked up to a lot. And the reason why I shared so many downs is because I didn't want people to think I had a perfect life. Just because me and my husband have a good marriage, an amazing marriage, just because there are certain good things doesn't mean it's without struggle. There was someone, because CPS, they got all these videos that came out. They seen them all. I told them, like, yeah, there's this person, like, they seen the video. So, you know, and I remember one time with Slay Mafia, I told them how the night before was so hard because my son, I was, bro, I come from being in a hospital. Again, this is not, I don't live in Tucson. Like, I'm from Yuma. I don't know this city. I'm in a city I don't know. My husband, who was by my side every single day, I'm by his side every single day, now is fighting for his life. My dogs were in this RV. Like, so much is happening, which, let me say first, my children have their own bed. Like, this is a nice sized RV. It's small, but it's great. My children have their own beds. This RV is six to eight people. I have a nice fridge, 3-burner stove. I have a 2-burner stove outside. I have water, heat, AC, tons of food. Like, we have everything that we need. There was a reason why I was going to say that. I just want to hear Von's side. And that's really sad that you say that, Sammy. A man is fighting for his life in the hospital, and all you can think of is you want to hear his side. What? This is what I mean. Like, you are so desensitized from human
Yes.
emotions
Oh God.
that is
Oh
what you think
God.
about. Imagine your husband. Are you married? Or think about
I can't believe they really
to
just said
have
that.
a
No
very
one is perfect.
strong bond that
Nobody
you
is
have someone.
perfect.
Imagine they did that. Imagine you found your significant other,
Nobody is perfect. Nobody in this fucking world is perfect. And if there's one perfect
and that
person
person's in the
or mother,
hospital fighting for their
I
life,
would love to know who it
and
was.
what someone else says is, I want to hear that person's side. What? Do you not see the bigger issues at hand? Do you not see that? What the hell? How sick and desperate of a person do you have to be that you are taking, I want to hear his side? What if he doesn't even want to say his side?
Exactly.
Listen, Von ain't never gonna want to talk to, like, I know my husband. There is no coming back from what happened online. There's just, Vaughn, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna tell her to.
How about, you know what, Andrea? I'm sending you well wishes to Vaughn. Continue to stay by his side and please take care of him. That would be nice, Not, I can't wait to hear his side. How sad. That's so sad. That's so sad. There are people who have big families that live in
When he
our
wakes
basement,
up,
travel all over.
that's
Dude,
not
it was
gonna
amazing. They have the
be
RV
his
park
first thing on
because
his
I'm
mind.
buying. I
He's
am
not gonna be like,
surrounded
let me
by
go on social
homeschooling
media
RV
and
living people. Like
explain
we
to
fit
all
right
these
in.
fucking assholes.
It's we got together. There was another parent, and we would get together, and our children would do science experiments together. Like it's amazing. My children had an incredible summer. Always going to the swimming pool almost every day. Raza got dork. Like it was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah, there's whole lives that happen. Oh, you were talking about the day before. Thank you, Jessica. I needed that reminder. Thank you. After my husband's I got blamed by his family. Tons of lies by his family. I never even met. Just ignore. I know it's easier said than done. I'm really sorry that happened to you, Jax, and I'm very sorry to hear about your husband. I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyways, going back, yes. About I was so stressed. I'm coming home from the hospital from people. I mean, one time I'm in a room with like 7 doctors cornered, cardiologists, neurologists. I think there were like 3 different neurologists. There were so many different people trying to tell me how detrimental it's going to be and how it's end of the line type of deal. That's how it was all the time. I'm not going to come home in a happiest of moods. I'm going to be stressed, fighting all day, trying to make sure my husband gets good care. And then there were so many things that would happen at the VA. Oh my God. Like it was stressful. What you seen online didn't even come close to paint what was really happening. But that's because I don't need to be vulnerable about things I don't want to be vulnerable about. You're not entitled to information that I don't feel like is worth putting out there. Anyways, so I remember one time I came here and I was so angry. I was so angry. And Raza's behavior was so difficult. I mean, it was not good. And I remember being so upset. And I asked the girls to please help me because
Yeah,
I felt,
that's all
and
he
I
can
said
do.
this in a video, I felt that if he doesn't
And then just
move,
keep showing
that
him
I'm
how
going to do
good,
something. And I felt
everything
that
is,
way.
and
I did.
just
That's how I
it's
felt
so hard
truly.
to ignore,
It
but
was.
it's best to do. You know.
That's bad. Which is why I asked for help. If y'all ain't never feel like your children are driving you crazy and you need to get up out of this house or else you are going to lose it, you're going to take it out on someone. Maybe I'm the only
Exactly.
parent that has ever felt that way.
You're not.
But the fact is that I recognized I felt so much anger that I know that came from that toxic place.
Mm.
My husband went from we're together all the time to I'm going home alone, sleeping in a bed without him no more. And that was overnight,
At her
snap of a
lowest
finger, without
place,
notice, no
people took
preparation, just
advantage.
life turned upside down. And I'm trying to deal with that. Like how hard it was. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was stressed out about my son. Yes. It was not good. My children are amazing because the girls we love our life. They love our unit too. It's not just me, I love our family. No. My children are whole individuals who work hard to make our home a place of peace. We always have family meetings all the time to revisit, to make sure that we're all doing our part to make sure that there's peace in the home so that we understand each other's languages. Because Raza, man, his behavior now he does have issues, but it's nothing like what it was before. And that was because of all these family meetings that we're having. We're trying to understand how he communicates, how we understand. Like Raza's a whole sensitive person. So to communicate with him, we need to talk
Oh, I'm so
differently
sorry,
because
Mama
that's how
Bear. I
he
didn't even
understands it.
know.
It's not based off of
And
how
it is illegal
I
to
understand
touch.
it. I want him to receive it. I want him
Oh, I wish I could see
to
that though. One good time.
act differently. You can't get a different result doing the same
Get her
thing,
ass knocked the fuck out.
But
Human
when
nature
CPS
has
asked me
it
about that, and I'm like,
exactly.
yes, I was stressed the hell out. Yes, I felt like I needed my son to go. My husband's fighting for his life in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I felt like he's going to do great. Like I every day, all day, I would pray. I would pray more. I felt like then I wouldn't pray. And I would
For
always,
anybody to say they've never been in a position like that with their kids is a freaking lie. My uncle recently passed 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. This last Thanksgiving. and he raised me. So he was my father figure. He lives across the street. He is very involved in my kid's life. Um, it's still today is his birthday. Actually, his first birthday. He won't be here. This was his first Christmas without him. His first Valentine's Day, and we did balloons for him yesterday. And today's his birthday. We're gonna do a cake. Um, and at your lowest point in life, when you're not there mentally, um, and she didn't have anybody to support. I mean, she has her parents, and I bet she asked for help because when you do need what, baby?
I want something to drink.
You want a drink? Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back.
Always ask God, please don't give me false
Huh?
hope, please. I need to know that
Yeah.
my fight for him to keep going is worth it. Is it really what you want? And every single time there would be a sign, there would be a scripture, there would be someone telling me something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way that that's coming from anyone but God. There's no way. Because it was all I needed. But it wasn't easy. So coming home to trying to function of life in an RV now, this is my full-time life now, like it's different. I went from a 2,000 square foot home to an RV. Like, my everything was different. Of course, I'm going to have hard days. Of course. Another thing that I take serious is accountability, especially with when I am wrong. And many conversations have happened with my children, apologizing to them when I feel like I am not as patient with them that I should be. And this is something that I take serious because obviously the energy that I'm getting from social media that I'm trying to rebuke, but it's really, really hard because how can your life not be affected with the internet going
Oh,
crazy
I'm so sorry,
and
Mama Bear.
being so
I'm so
blatantly
sorry.
disrespectful and
Oh
insensitive
my
towards
God.
your family and
How long
treating
were
you
you
as
guys
if you're not a whole
married
person,
for? Oh,
especially with the
I
lies that
took
were
juice,
going
baby. I'll
about
give you
that
chocolate milk
on
when you
social,
finish
like
that.
that,
Okay.
so many lies. There was more untruth than there was truth. 100%.
But the difference is, like, I have my husband to support, but in that lowest moment, like, your husband passed away, and I'm so sorry, Mama Bear. I am so sorry. At that point, it's like you don't want to be around anyone because you have to process it, and it takes people to be there for support, especially when you have kids. Like, I remember I went into my room for like a day and a half, and I was just in there crying and crying, and my husband, he stayed home from work, and it's just you don't want to be around. And if you don't have that help, because her husband's in the hospital fighting for his life, she's gonna feel frustrated, and especially with everything going on. I mean, like Dee said, it's human nature. Um, Obviously, nothing's ever happened. The CPS has talked to her children. Her children have obviously said nothing bad. Um, so, oh,
So yes, it was a very hard night. And you think that I could have, and I don't regret saying that on live. I don't. I don't regret saying it now. And the reason why is because I know that some people glorify me. I don't want the glory. It's not for me. I don't want it. But I know with social media, people start looking up to you in certain ways. I just want people to know I'm human too. And I have down moments. Like I am praised as an amazing mother, as an amazing parent. So what I do is I show you the not amazing moments so that while
yeah,
you respect me, you also know that I am not perfect. So I share certain things so that
amen.
you as a mother, listen, if you are feeling like, bro, this is not good, it's not healthy for me, you ask for help. I think the problem is when you don't ask for help and then you take it out on your children. And these are things that they got to carry when they're adults. That's the problem. The problem is giving your children a childhood that they need therapy for. My children are thriving, thriving. They know the truth about what the doctors say. I tell them and I keep it all the way real. But I also tell them what I believe and how I'm going to operate and how I'm going to continue in life with a mindset knowing that that their dad is going to continue to fight through. And even if he doesn't make a full recovery now, I know there's a promise of a paradise that is outlined in the Bible. And I believe in it so big, a time where there will be animals, lions and snakes and goats and bunnies able to take a whole nap together. This whole food chain of animals eating animals, that's not going to happen no more. Even that's not even going to exist in paradise because every animal's going to eat grass. We're going to be under our own vine and fig tree. We're going to build our own houses and live in them. We're going to have perfect health. People that are in wheelchairs are going to stand again. People that have died have the hope of a resurrection. This is what we have outlined in the Bible, and I believe it wholeheartedly. So, but even if, let's say, the Bible is false, not real. Let's just say, even though I don't believe that at all, let's just say that. It shouldn't matter if I believe whether my husband is going to get well or not. Am I doing my duties of taking care of him? Am I making sure that he's taken care of? Am I making sure that my children are taken care of? Then that's all that matters. Where God's Holy Spirit couldn't reach me, I always knew I was taken care of and that we were going to be okay. And this is no different. But it's just a little bit, no, it's a lot more upsetting. This pisses me off because for the last several months that this has happened, my husband has been progressing and improving.
And you have that right to be pissed the fuck off. You have that right, Dre. You guys, I wasn't gonna fast forward. I fast forward a little bit because it is my uncle's birthday, and like I just said, he did pass. I just saw my aunt's car pull into her driveway, and we're gonna go do a cake and a balloon. My 3-year-old, well, my 8-year-old had to stay home from school today, so me, her, and Phoenix, my 3-year-old, are gonna walk over there. Or you bottle everything up. Yeah, and you can tell that's what she's doing. She's staying strong, and but you can tell, in her videos when this first happened, she would hold everything in. She wanted to be positive. That's all she wants around her because if you think positive, then positive, good things will happen. So that's just what she does, and she doesn't want her kids seeing her like that. Let me see.
And getting better and doing things that he wasn't supposed to do. And now we have a setback this big, and the facility wants to sweep it under the rug and not take my complaint seriously. And they know all about the social media stuff. I kept them up to date. They were aware. So they also knew I wasn't suing nobody. Like, I don't know why everybody thought I had a lawyer and their lawyers telling me to be quiet. Like, no. And the manager knew that. So I don't know if he's sweeping it under the rug because he thinks I let everything else slide.
Dre, I just want to tell you, I hope to God, I know that you're going through this with Vaughn, and that's your main focus. He's your main priority. But I pray to God when he wakes up, you get a lawyer and you sue these fucking tragedy fucking pimps. What they have done to your family is disgusting. I know you only want positivity around, but I will not speak up against these fucking bums. Please, please, please. I am praying for you. I am praying for Vaughn. I am praying for your kids. I am so happy that you are back. I am so happy. I'm going to just read the message I sent her. Um, Hold on. Okay. So back in July 20th, that's when I messaged her. I said, "Hey Dre, I don't think that you will see this. My name is Lexi Gunn. I don't want to say it. I mean, everybody really knows, but I am so sorry what your family is going through. I saw some of these groups and it's just horrible. I am so against these kind of people that accuse someone for doing something and they clip videos and just make it to be what it's not. I am praying for you and your children as well as Vaughn. I really hope that he wakes up soon. I cannot imagine seeing my husband that way. They'll have to deal. I misspelled. Uh, husband that way.
They'll have to deal with all of this. If people were so worried about you, why would they watch for years and years without saying anything? I'm like, please stay positive, and you have people with you standing behind you still. And then I put the praying thing. I said, you are so strong. You are very, very strong, a great mother, a great wife. Keep standing by his side. I don't expect you to write back. I just want you to hear something positive, and I really hope that you return because I just found your channel group. I meant group because I just found your channel just last month, and I really like it. I've seen all your videos, and I am definitely rooting for you and Juan. Um, so she sent back a little prayer sign with a heart, and I didn't expect that. You know, I was like, oh. Um, and then I messaged her 11/16/22. Um, I said, I hope you're doing well, love. I said, all this stuff is still going on, and I'm so sorry. I'm glad that Vaughn is still fighting. Um, I really miss watching you from the videos that I've seen. When I was feeling down, I could watch you and feel better. I hope one day you make your return, sending blessings and wishing you all the best once again. And then the automated response came on. Temporarily, there'll be no responses to messages. We are sending love and positive energy to you and yours. And that was just in November. But, you know, I was surprised that she like wrote back. And I was like, even though it was just a heart and a little praying sign. Um, so I definitely am so excited that you're back. This is not usually what my channel is about, but everybody needs to hear your side and the truth. What they're saying is not the truth. How would they know any of this? You can't base somebody's lifestyle and what they do on a daily basis just by clips of videos that you see online. It's just not fair to you. It's not fair to your kids. It's not fair to Ron. Please continue to fight. Please continue to stand by his side, which I know you will do. And Molly Golightly, Justice, Justin, whatever, Blowhorn, Betty, Letitia, you guys owe an apology, and you are disgusting. You should be ashamed of your fucking selves. You are lower than low. You are fucking garbage. You are garbage. And my little channel, I know it's not big. You probably won't see this, but if you do, look at yourself in the mirror. Take a look at your fucking self in the mirror. Because what you see, you should feel disgusted with. You do this to so many families, and it is fucking disgusting. You hurt so many people. You just got out of fucking Brian Koberger's parents' house for what? You don't help cases. You destroy them. You destroy families. Change your fucking shit around. You don't want to admit that you're fucking a liar and a fraud or that you are wrong because what? You have too much pride? It'll look better if you apologize and admit that you were wrong. And that's what needs to happen to Dre. It really does. And anybody that supports these fucks, you're just as bad. You're allowing this to happen. You're giving them the views. You're giving them the money to keep going, and YouTube won't do anything about it. Why? Because they're making them money. Um, thank you, Mama Bear. Um, yes, cake. I'm excited for the cake. My uncle's favorite cake was red velvet. So I'm like, I gotta get ready to work. I'm too late. What box do you want and have time? Yes, I will definitely do that in a little bit. Much love to you. I freaking love you, and thank you for coming. Have a great day at work. You guys, let me just play this last little bit.
I let people talk trash about, like, my attention is to my husband, and that's it. And now that this has happened, well, a little bit of energy has to be taken away from my husband to go make sure that these people get whatever is the punishment for their crime.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being here and supporting me. If you do, if you don't, that's okay too. We're all different people. The world is although there's a whole lot of negativity, it's actually still a beautiful place. You know, you could still live a very meaningful life even now. So make sure that you do things that feel good to your soul. If I don't feel good to your soul, boo boo, then go do something that makes you feel good and brings good energy into your home. Because you're not going to have a happy life, happy.
And you cannot be ugly and think in return good things are going to happen to you. Molly, like I've said, your life, you might think it's all this and that. And it shows that it's fucking not, because you're getting high off Xanax and alcohol all day long. You're slurring your fucking words. You're a fucking mess. You lie constantly. You're not happy. Maybe you need some kind of rehab, or just to get off social media, because people can change, but people like you won't change because you feed off of each other. You think that you are the shit. Hey, be reloaded. Thank you, D. I really appreciate you coming. I'm trying to get Uni's link. Um, Thank you so much for coming. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let's share so these fucking tragedy pimps can see this. Um, Reloaded. I'm gonna be at your thing at 3 o'clock. I gotta get off of here. I am going to my uncle's. This is his birthday. His first birthday. He won't be here since he passed. But we're just gonna do a cake and stuff. I'm glad you came, and I will be watching you at 3 o'clock. By then, we'll be done. You guys, please be kind. Please. These people tore this family apart, and you see it right in front of you. And if you think that she's faking it, you have something wrong with you. You can tell by the pain in her voice and in her eyes, the hurt that these bums have caused. It's not okay. Unsubscribe for them to them. If you want to see them so bad just because of the drama, go watch Trash the Tragedy Pimps channel. Bash. I can't even talk right now. I'm so upset. Go watch White Boy Radio. Go watch channels that will not get them paid. You know, let's get these fucks off of YouTube. And it takes all of us to do that. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. This is something I usually don't do, but I love Dre. Dre, I love you. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you, Unirock, for giving us that update this morning. I really just could not wait. I will put Unirock's link in the description. That's how I found out about her coming out, and I just had to run to it. I want her message to get everywhere. I want these tragedy pimps to see what she has to say, and I know they won't do it. They deserve to. Dre deserves an apology from them. It won't happen though. But you guys, I love you guys. Please pray for my aunt today. It's a really hard day. It was a really hard day yesterday for Valentine's. It's the first year without my uncle. Every holiday is just difficult right now. I miss him so much. He was. I'm gonna start getting emotional. He was a father figure to me. We bumped heads all the time, but he raised me, so I loved him very, very much, and it's really hard. So, and I know for my aunt, they've been married for I think 30 years. So I know it's really hard on her. He was there every single when I was younger. He was there every time something happens. I would call him and he would show up. Or even with the kids, he's
so involved with my kids' life. He took them fishing, and it's so hard losing someone. Life is too short, you guys. Please be kind to one another. Remember, it doesn't hurt anything just to be kind. You never know what somebody is going through. You don't know what is going through their mind, and you doing this type of stuff and just being ugly and posting, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help. And it's just a waste of time. Wow, you could be doing something, actually accomplishing something out there. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give this video a like and share. I will see you guys later.